Hi, I'm Kirsty Sword Gusmão, and I'm Timor Leste's Goodwill Ambassador for Education. I'm a lifetime learner and lover of languages and also a teacher by training. I began my involvement with Timor Leste in the 1980s as an activist and human rights defender. I fought alongside my East Timorese colleagues in a vast international solidarity movement agitating for Timor-Leste's independence. Today, I continue that struggle for self-determination in the form of support for linguistic and educational justice for the people of my adopted homeland. There are some 17 local languages spoken in homes across the little half-island nation of Timor-Leste, and yet only one of these, Tetum, which shares the status of official language with Portuguese, is officially sanctioned for use in classrooms. Being a teacher by training, it's of tremendous concern to me that children in Timor-Leste are too often taking up to 3 and 4 years of schooling to learn to read and write. This is a personal tragedy for these children, of course, but also a huge setback in terms of national development. Delayed literacy acquisition is known to retard the development of critical and independent thinking skills, as well as the ability to solve problems. From extensive classroom observation over many years, I was able to understand that a large number of East Timorese children, particularly in rural areas, are not learning at school purely and simply because they are unable to understand the language of instruction used at school. So 12 years ago, I worked with the Ministry of Education and our UNESCO National Commission to develop a mother tongue-based multilingual education pilot program in 3 municipalities, using 3 of Timor-Leste's 17 local languages. In spite of challenges, including resistance to the program from certain politicians and sections of the population, low standards of teacher education and poor infrastructure in many schools, the program, known in its Tetum abbreviation as Imuli, has demonstrated quite convincingly that the use of children's first language accelerates children's learning substantially, in addition to boosting their self-confidence and increasing parental participation in their kids' schooling. After 12 years of operating in 10 schools across 3 language communities, the Ministry of Education began in 2020 to receive requests from some 66 new schools in the same 3 municipalities to implement multilingual education for their own students. This was a direct result of school leaders taking stock of the literacy and learning successes of the Imuli students and their delight at seeing books and other learning materials available to students and teachers in their home languages for the first time in Timor-Leste's history. It is fitting that in the Silver Jubilee year of International Mother Language Day, the Imuli program is on the cusp of an exciting new phase of growth and expansion. Last year, the Imuli team trained new teachers in the 66 schools joining the program, revised and duplicated books and didactic materials, and secured an increase in the Ministry of Education's funding commitment for the program. In addition, a 5-year costed strategic plan has been developed and an independent evaluation of the program conducted. You can find a link to these key documents in the comments to this video. May this year's landmark celebration of International Mother Language Day and the Decade for Indigenous Languages heighten our understanding of the vital role of language in sustainable development and strengthen our resolve to bring quality, inclusive education within the reach of every child, in Timor-Leste and indeed in all nations of the world.